Have you ever felt like you're doing everything right, but your blood sugar just won't cooperate? You're counting carbs, you're avoiding sugar, maybe you're even on medication, but those numbers stay stubbornly high. It's incredibly frustrating. What if the real reason your blood sugar stays high and your HbA1c just refuses to come down has nothing to do with carbs or calories at all? What if the missing piece of the puzzle is something most people, and even many doctors, completely overlook? It's a fascinating area of health that we need to talk about more. The truth is, there are specific essential minerals that act as master keys for your insulin. Without them, your insulin can't do its job properly, no matter how carefully you eat. Think of it like trying to unlock a door with the wrong key. It just won't work. Even with medication designed to help, a deficiency in these critical minerals can create a roadblock, keeping your blood sugar elevated and your body in a state of constant stress. This is the hidden factor that could be sabotaging all your hard work and dedication. Today, we're revealing the top 3 essential minerals that directly support insulin sensitivity, stabilize daily blood sugar, and help bring HbA1c down naturally. We're going to dive deep into how they work, why you might be deficient, and exactly what you can do about it. And I have to tell you, the third mineral on our list is one that will likely surprise most of you. It's often ignored in the context of blood sugar, but its role is absolutely critical. Let's start with number 1. The first mineral we need to discuss is magnesium. I call it the hidden trigger for stubborn blood sugar chaos because its importance cannot be overstated, yet it's one of the most common deficiencies in the modern world. So many people are walking around with low magnesium levels and have absolutely no idea. They attribute their symptoms to something else entirely, like stress or just getting older. The signs of a magnesium deficiency are widespread and can be very confusing. You might feel a deep, persistent fatigue that no amount of sleep seems to fix. You could be experiencing muscle cramps, especially in your legs at night, or even tiny twitches in your eyelids. Some people notice heart palpitations or an irregular heartbeat, which can be quite alarming. Others struggle with digestive issues like constipation, or they feel a constant sense of anxiety and brain fog, making it hard to concentrate. These symptoms are your body's warning signals, telling you that a fundamental process is breaking down. When it comes to blood sugar, magnesium is not just a minor player, it's a star performer. It's directly involved in over 300 different enzymatic reactions in your body, and a huge number of these are related to how your body uses glucose and responds to insulin. Without enough magnesium, the entire system starts to falter. Let's get into the specifics of how this works. Insulin's job is to unlock your cells to let glucose in for energy. Well, magnesium is a crucial cofactor for the insulin receptor itself. Think of the insulin receptor as the keyhole on your cell. If magnesium isn't present, that keyhole is gummy or misshapen. Insulin, the key, can't fit in properly. This is a primary mechanism behind insulin resistance. Your body is making insulin, but the cells just aren't listening. This directly impacts carbohydrate metabolism. When you eat carbohydrates, they break down into glucose. With sufficient magnesium, your cells can efficiently take up that glucose, keeping your blood sugar levels stable. But with a deficiency, the glucose gets stuck in the bloodstream, leading to those high readings on your meter. It's a traffic jam at the cellular level, and magnesium is the traffic cop that's missing in action. But the benefits of magnesium don't stop there. It's also vital for your vascular health. High blood sugar is incredibly damaging to the delicate lining of your blood vessels. Magnesium helps relax and dilate those blood vessels, improving blood flow and reducing blood pressure, which is a common issue for people with blood sugar problems. This protective effect is absolutely critical for preventing long-term complications. Furthermore, magnesium plays a key role in protecting your nerves. One of the most feared complications of uncontrolled blood sugar is neuropathy, nerve damage that can cause pain, tingling, and numbness. Magnesium helps maintain healthy nerve function and can mitigate some of this damage. It's like providing insulation for the electrical wiring of your body, preventing short circuits caused by high glucose. Your kidneys and liver also depend on adequate magnesium. These organs are your body's primary detoxification centers, and they work overtime when blood sugar is high. Magnesium supports their function, helping them filter waste and manage the metabolic stress that comes with insulin resistance. A deficiency puts an extra strain on these already burdened organs, creating a vicious cycle. So, how can you increase your magnesium levels? The best way is always through food first. Excellent sources include Media Group, fresh spinach and Swiss chard on kitchen counter, Person preparing leafy green salad stock distribute equally. Dark leafy greens like spinach and Swiss chard, nuts and seeds, particularly almonds, pumpkin seeds, and cashews, are packed with magnesium. Avocados are another fantastic source, as are legumes like black beans and lentils. Even dark chocolate with a high cacao content can be a good source. However, due to modern farming practices that have depleted our soils of minerals, it can be very difficult to get enough magnesium from food alone, especially if you're already deficient. This is where a high-quality supplement can be a game changer. I typically recommend magnesium glycinate, or magnesium malate, as these forms are very well absorbed and gentle on the digestive system. The standard recommendation is to aim for around 300 to 500 milligrams of elemental magnesium per day. It's often best to split the dose, perhaps taking some in the morning and some in the evening. Taking it with food can also enhance absorption and minimize any potential for stomach upset, which is rare with the glycinate form but still possible. A word of caution. While magnesium is very safe, taking excessively high doses can lead to diarrhea. This is your body's way of telling you you've taken too much. It's also important to be mindful if you are on certain medications. For example, some antibiotics and diuretics can interact with magnesium supplements, so it's always wise to have a conversation with your doctor or pharmacist. Think about it. If you're struggling with fatigue, cramps, and high blood sugar, and you haven't addressed your magnesium status, you could be missing the single most important piece of your health puzzle. It's a foundational mineral that supports your body's ability to manage sugar from the ground up. By ensuring you have optimal levels, you're not just patching a problem, you're fixing the underlying machinery. You're helping your insulin work the way it was designed to, allowing your cells to get the energy they need, and allowing you to finally see those blood sugar numbers start to move in the right direction. It's a powerful and often overlooked first step. Now let's move on to our second essential mineral, which is chromium. If magnesium is the master key for the insulin receptor, you can think of chromium as the amplifier. It takes the signal from insulin and turns up the volume, making your cells dramatically more responsive. A deficiency in chromium can be another major reason why your blood sugar remains stubbornly high. When you're low in chromium, you might notice some very specific and frustrating symptoms. The most common one is intense sugar cravings. It's not just a passing thought, it's a deep, gnawing need for something sweet. This happens because your cells are literally starving for glucose, and they're sending powerful signals to your brain, demanding a quick energy source, even if there's plenty of glucose already in your blood. You might also feel constantly hungry, even shortly after eating a meal. This is that same cellular starvation at play. Your stomach is full, but your cells aren't getting the fuel, so the hunger signals don't turn off. This can lead to overeating and a vicious cycle of blood sugar spikes and crashes. Brain fog and difficulty concentrating are also common, as your brain is a massive consumer of glucose and isn't getting a steady supply. Perhaps the most confusing sign of a chromium deficiency is watching your glucose numbers rise, even when you're sticking to a healthy, low-carb diet. You're doing everything right on paper, but the results aren't showing up. This is a classic sign that the problem isn't what you're eating, but how your body is, or isn't, processing it at the cellular level. So, what is chromium actually doing in the body? Its primary role is to bind to a molecule called chromogulin. When insulin attaches to its receptor on the outside of a cell, this chromium-containing molecule swings into action on the inside of the cell. It dramatically amplifies the signal, essentially telling the cell to open up its glucose gates, known as GLUT4 transporters, and let the sugar in. Without enough chromium, that signal is weak. It's like whispering when you need to shout. Insulin might be knocking on the door, but the cell barely hears it. By ensuring you have adequate chromium, you make every single molecule of insulin you produce more powerful and more effective. This is a profound concept for anyone dealing with insulin resistance. The practical effect of this is a significant shortening of glucose spikes after a meal. Instead of your blood sugar shooting up and staying high for hours, chromium helps your body clear that glucose from the bloodstream much more quickly and efficiently. This reduces the overall glucose burden on your body and minimizes the damage that high blood sugar can cause over time. Studies have shown that supplementing with chromium can lead to meaningful improvements in both fasting glucose levels and, importantly, HbA1c. Remember, HbA1c is a measure of your average blood sugar over 3 months. By improving daily glucose control and reducing the height and duration of spikes, Chromium helps bring that long-term average down, which is the ultimate goal. So where do we find this powerful mineral? Food sources of chromium can be a bit tricky, as the content varies widely depending on the soil and processing. However, some of the best sources include broccoli, which is a real standout. Green beans, potatoes, and whole grains also contain chromium. Meats, especially beef and poultry, and certain spices like black pepper and thyme can contribute to your intake as well. The challenge, similar to magnesium, is that getting a therapeutic amount of chromium from food alone can be difficult, especially if you are already in a deficient state. This is why many people with blood sugar issues find a chromium supplement to be incredibly helpful. The most studied and well-absorbed form is chromium picolinate. For supplementation, the recommended daily dose can range from 200 to 1,000 micrograms. It's generally a good idea to start on the lower end, perhaps 200 micrograms per day, and see how your body responds. You can then gradually increase the dose if needed, while monitoring your blood sugar levels. Many people find their sugar cravings diminish significantly when they start supplementing with chromium. One of the great things about chromium is its high safety profile. It's very well tolerated by most people. However, as a standard precaution, individuals with pre-existing kidney or liver disease should consult with their doctor before starting any new supplement, including chromium, as these organs are involved in processing and clearing minerals from the body. Imagine being able to walk past the dessert table without a second thought. Imagine eating a healthy meal and feeling truly satisfied and energized, not hungry again an hour later. This is the effect of giving your cells the chromium they need to properly respond to insulin. You are essentially retuning your body's metabolic engine. By combining the foundational support of magnesium with the amplifying power of chromium, you are creating a 1-2 punch against insulin resistance. You are addressing the problem from two different but complementary angles, helping to restore your body's natural ability to manage blood sugar effectively. This isn't about a magic pill, it's about providing the raw materials your body desperately needs to function correctly. We've covered the master key, magnesium, and the amplifier, chromium. Now we come to our third mineral, the one I said might surprise you, zinc. Zinc is often associated with immune function or skin health, but its role in blood sugar control is absolutely fundamental and, honestly, critically overlooked. Zinc is the production and protection mineral for insulin. A deficiency in zinc can manifest in ways you might not immediately connect to blood sugar. Do you notice that cuts and scrapes take a very long time to heal? Are you catching every cold that goes around? Do you have brittle nails with white spots on them, or perhaps thinning hair? These are all classic signs of low zinc levels. And right alongside these symptoms, you may see your glucose numbers creeping up. So, what is zinc's specific job in the insulin story? It's actually involved in almost every stage of insulin's life cycle. First, zinc is required for the actual production and synthesis of the insulin hormone within the beta cells of your pancreas. Without enough zinc, your pancreas simply cannot manufacture enough insulin to meet your body's demands. Second, once insulin is made, it needs to be stored properly so it can be released when needed. Zinc plays a crucial role here as well. Inside the beta cells, insulin is stored in tiny hexagonal structures, and zinc is what holds these structures together. It stabilizes the insulin molecule, keeping it ready for deployment. A lack of zinc means less stable storage and a less efficient release. Third, when you eat a meal and your blood sugar rises, your pancreas needs to release that stored insulin into the bloodstream. Zinc is involved in this signaling process, ensuring a prompt and adequate release of insulin to handle the incoming glucose. A deficiency can lead to a sluggish or insufficient insulin response, allowing blood sugar to spike higher and stay high for longer. But zinc's role doesn't end with insulin itself. Like magnesium, it's also a powerful protector of your body against the damage caused by high blood sugar. Zinc is a potent antioxidant, and it helps to protect the delicate beta cells in your pancreas from oxidative stress. This is incredibly important, because high blood sugar creates a toxic environment that can damage and even kill these precious insulin-producing cells over time. Zinc also provides crucial support for your blood vessels, nerves, and kidneys, the very tissues that are most vulnerable to diabetic complications. It helps maintain the integrity of the blood vessel lining, supports healthy nerve conduction, and aids in kidney function. By protecting these systems, zinc helps to prevent the devastating long-term consequences of uncontrolled blood sugar. It's this dual role, being essential for insulin's production and release, while also protecting the body from glucose-related damage. That makes zinc so uniquely powerful. It works to fix the problem at its source while simultaneously running damage control throughout the rest of your body, which is a remarkable synergy. This contributes to overall metabolic stability. When your body has enough zinc, the entire system of glucose management runs more smoothly. Insulin is produced, stored, and released efficiently. The cells are protected. This reduces the metabolic chaos and stress that characterizes insulin resistance and type 2 diabetes. So, how can you ensure you're getting enough of this vital mineral? As always, let's start with food. Oysters are by far the richest source of zinc, but they aren't a daily food for most people. Red meat, especially beef, is another excellent source. Shellfish like crab and lobster are also high in zinc. For plant-based sources, pumpkin seeds, cashews, and chickpeas are good options. However, similar to our other minerals, it can be challenging to correct a deficiency through diet alone, especially since some plant-based foods contain phytates that can inhibit zinc absorption. This is where a supplement can be very beneficial. The forms that are generally well absorbed include zinc gluconate, zinc picolinate, or zinc citrate. For supplementation, a typical dose for supporting blood sugar is between 15 and 30 milligrams of elemental zinc per day. It's important not to overdo it with zinc. Taking excessively high doses for a prolonged period can have negative consequences, so sticking within this recommended range is key. Here is a very important caution. High-dose zinc supplementation can interfere with the absorption of another essential mineral, copper. This can lead to a copper deficiency over time. For this reason, if you plan to take zinc long-term, it's often wise to choose a supplement that includes a small amount of copper to maintain a healthy balance, or to take a separate copper supplement. Think about the profound impact of this mineral. You could be eating perfectly, but if your pancreas can't produce, store, and release insulin effectively because of a simple zinc deficiency, you will always be fighting an uphill battle. It's like trying to run a factory with a broken production line. By ensuring you have optimal levels of magnesium, chromium, and now zinc, you are providing your body with a complete toolkit for blood sugar management. You are addressing cellular sensitivity, signal amplification, and the very production and protection of insulin itself. This is a comprehensive natural approach to restoring your body's metabolic health from the inside out. So there you have it, the powerful trio of magnesium, chromium, and zinc. We've seen how these essential minerals are not just minor helpers, but are absolutely fundamental to every aspect of blood sugar control, from insulin production and signaling to cellular protection. If you've been feeling stuck, frustrated that your efforts aren't paying off, a deficiency in one or more of these could be the hidden roadblock you've been searching for. The solution isn't always about more restriction or more medication. Sometimes it's about giving your body the basic raw materials it needs to heal itself. I want to encourage you to take this information and put it into action. Start by incorporating more mineral-rich foods into your diet. Look at your daily meals and see where you can add spinach, almonds, broccoli, or pumpkin seeds. And don't be afraid to consider a high-quality supplement to bridge the gap, especially in the beginning. Supporting your insulin sensitivity naturally is one of the most powerful things you can do for your long-term health, helping you regain your energy, clarity, and control. This is about empowering you with knowledge so you can take charge of your own health journey. You have the ability to make profound changes. If this helped you, subscribe and share so others can discover these powerful strategies too. There are so many people out there struggling with the same issues who need to hear this message. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.